My job is to tell people when they get up, please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt. And they say, but I have to pee. And I'm like, that's great. I'm glad you have to do that. But I hate it because all of a sudden I have this rule and I have no way to enforce it. I'm not saying I want to beat people up for getting up when the seatbelt sign is on.
Kick them off the plane.
No, that's actually not what they're for. And I actually have had FAA inspectors on board that are able to enforce it. But that's one of the things that I personally hate. And I'm like, I love the fact that not only is there a rule about harassment, there's actually follow through. They're not just being like, hey, here's this rule, but you know, we're not actually going to do anything with it. I really love seeing that they are very serious about, like, this is our rule, you stick with it or else.
Or else.
So let's go ahead and move in on to this one, because I know this is a huge hot button topic, and I'm sure several people have opinions on this matter. Gamergate.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not familiar, I know we heard groans. Groans.
It's important, people.
It's important, though. We're going to talk about it and then feel bad about ourselves. If you're not familiar with it, would you want to go into it more? Because I feel like I've been talking too much.
I mean, pretty much the gist of it started when I'm going to get her name wrong. Is it Zoe Quinn? Is that the woman's name? Okay. Zoe Quinn is an independent game designer, and her ex-boyfriend, I forget his name, worked for Kotaku, and apparently he accused her of sleeping with a video game reviewer to get favorable scores for her independent game that she had released. And I guess long story sort of shorter, it just escalated into this huge, like, just landslide of
culture war.
Negative attention on her part. Like people were like, she was getting daily rape threats and death threats, and people were doing what's called doxing. If anyone knows what this is, it's where your public information is thrown up on the internet by some unscrupulous person. It's not very fun, and it ended up happening to Felicia Day and a number of other women in the community. It's bad news bears all around.
Not okay. Yeah, not okay.
Not to break your Firefly dreams, but Jane from Firefly,
Adam Baldwin,
he totally shared doxing information of women.
Yeah, there's currently a petition online.
I'm crying, and I really want to like go burn my Jane hat along with my bra, because.
There's currently,
Jane
a petition online to get him uninvited from a guest list at a con in Australia, if anyone's heard of this. But yeah, there's conversations posted on the internet. It's not happy times right now.
Yeah.
Why is this such a huge thing in your opinion, panelists? What's the most important thing we need to take from this controversy?
Well, I mean, like he said, their personal information was shared, and a lot of these girls ended up having to move from their house, and one girl is still couch surfing different friends' places because she is like too scared to get her own place and then have her information released again. I mean, you're like almost fearing for your life just for...
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, that is terrifying. When I first heard it, I was really upset when I first read about it. I was like, I felt for these girls. They just,
I'm still upset about it.
I mean, obviously, we're still upset about it. But I just mean, if those people could just put themselves in their shoes, I mean, how would you feel? I just feel like...
I think that, you know, sorry. Yeah. I think that regardless of whether, you know, like, female, male, whatever, like, don't harass people. Like, oh my God, just don't do it. Like
Zetus Lapidus.
Zetus Lapidus. No, I mean, like, really, is your life like this is congratulations, you're an adult, you know, and this is the best day of your life is harassing some complete stranger that you've never met and making their life miserable. That's your entire life goal. Like, you live a really sad and pathetic life. I'm sorry. Grow up.
I think that the whole interesting thing, like, I can understand being angry by the idea that someone may be doing something unscrupulous to gain favor. However, and I can understand being completely mad about that, whether or not it was true, I don't know. I'm not one to say. my thing is the use of rape threats and death threats
okay.
against women who are speaking out against it, not men. Like Will Wheaton was on Us Lady's side and nothing happened to him, but all Felicia Day said was that it's scary and her information was leaked. It's in poor taste.
Let's take some hands. I see a bunch of hands.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, that one or that girl.
In the
Front right
shirt
here.
first. Go ahead.
Yeah, you.
In the front.
Lady, okay. Sure.
Because we like sex.
I think it's.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm
It's an excellent point,
It's the
though.
brutal-
Yeah,
it is
it's an
excellent.
it's an absolute excellent point. But again, I guess it's that thing. Number one is we're a very celebrity obsessed culture.
Yeah.
Look at how many gossip magazines there are on the newsstands, and then that's news these days. Is oh my God, Jennifer Lawrence's boobs.
Was she really wearing that?
Oh yes, she was. There's
Oh,
pictures,
honey.
and I think that because it's more exciting to see your favorite celebrity naked than it is to hear about somebody that's being stalked or harassed, in a life-threatening situation. Oh, I agree.
Oh,
I
yeah,
agree.
no.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that it's a shame that there's not more of a focus on
Yeah.
it. Unfortunately, I know why there's not.
Excellent hair, you sir.
Yeah. You also bring up a good point that it is hackers are having a great year in 2014.
Yeah.
Holy cow. They are getting super efficient at what they do.
Is that a good thing?
Red hat, sir.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Absolutely not. Actually, you bring up a good point. Jon Stewart on the Daily Show brought this up about in regards to he was talking about the killings of the artists in Paris for the cartoons they drew, and basically his comment was as much as we on our show we get on these people for the constant back and forth that doesn't seem to go anywhere. It still is at least back and forth conversation. It's not leading to violence. So I feel like yes, even if you are posting retaliatory information to people that you feel are not behaving the way that they should be, you're really no better. Cause that's someone's livelihood. No matter how terrible a person is, he might have a family, or she might have a family, and that job might be their only means of support. So it's.
Well, again, what does it say if, again, you're directing your whole life and your, all your energy to ruining somebody else's life? What does that say about you as a person?
We're really Southern here. We believe in killing them with kindness and butter.
Oh my God, that butter! Butter and biscuits and waffles and bacon. I really love bacon, y'all. Bacon!
So this excellent sir with the beard.
Yeah, no, you're a child.
Yes.
I mean, it's.
It's one of those things I keep going to these panels and I keep noticing the same pattern that people just do not grow the fuck up.
No better way to say that.
Why can't we just act like it?
I will be the first one to say this. I am a child. I am an adult child. I have a Wampa. Okay? And I really love this Wampa. You guys didn't even know that you needed a plush Wampa in your life, and now you're all going to want to find one because it's that awesome. I am a child, but I'm also, you know, it's like there's a time and a place to be a child, and there's a time and a place to be an adult. It's really not hard to show people a little respect.
Yeah.
It's not hard at all.
Since we are nearing the end of our time together, I would like to spin this around. Let's get back to the positive. How do we change the climate here? What are ways that we can take in the geek community to make all genders feel equal? Oh God. This lady right here. That's great.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go MAGFest.
MAGFest!
We know your name, Iggy. What's up?
Look out for each other in this. That's a great story that you had this experience at this festival. The bad eggs are few and far between, but we need to call it out when we see it. Don't be passive about it. As the young lady in the Deadpool jacket said, her boyfriend called out the guy through their leg for basically saying something completely stupid. All it takes is to intervene, say a simple word, but be able to look out for each other because we're all in this together. We're here to celebrate what we love.
No, you're not. No. She's young. She was about to sing High School Musical. Just don't let it happen.
Strap her down.
No, we're friends. We're friends.
She's awesome. I don't know you, but you're awesome.
Yes. Yes, you.
Particularly now, like it's one thing to tell like a grown man, you know, like girls who play video games. A lot of guys like it's good to educate people. So some people will take that, but others will be like, you know, they're really set in their ways. So I think it really starts with education, particularly in like teenagers or even younger. You know, teach them like girls can beat you over video games. It's okay to lose to a girl. Girls are just as good as you are, and some are maybe better than you at some games. Learn from them. It's okay to learn from women, and I think that's where we should go.
She kicks my ass every day in Mario Kart.
I do.
I will verify this. I'm a witness.
Here is my simple thought to think about. The one thing that I would ask all of you to try to help the culture, stop referring to us as girl gamers. We're just gamers.
Interesting that you put that out because I'm going to try and find this picture on my phone.
Or be prepared to refer to yourself as a boy gamer.
And be prepared to also hear that you're a gamer.
I spent my Christmas in New York, and one of the highlights of the trip, I was like, I'm going to the Nintendo store. That was a really big deal. And actually, Nintendo has this shirt.
To describe this shirt, it is a flower from the Mario world, and it says underneath it, Gamer Girl. Ew.
And I mean, I'm like, I had a moment where I was like, it's kind of cool that they're trying to appeal to it, but I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I think it would have been cool if they'd had a shirt that said Gamer Boy or something. Maybe not Gamer Boy, Gamer Man, I don't know. Gamer Man.
Gamer
dude.
guy.
Gamer dude.
All right. You,
way in
sir, in the back. Yeah, doing that with your hand.
Me.
Because we're awesome.
Yeah. I'm awkward.
Yeah, it can
I
happen to the
know.
best of us.
I was going to say I agree with that. I'm actually going to tell a really quick story. Yesterday, Cheeky and I, we were cosplaying and we were toads, and we're on the elevator. And this woman starts talking while we are in the elevator in costume about how she, oh, you were there too?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Katie was there too, and she was also toad.
There we go.
I thought it was just Cheeky, and I'm sorry. I'm the worst. It was yesterday, and I have slept since then. And she just starts going on. She's like, yeah, I hate seeing all these cosplayers at this con. Like, they're taking over. They're the worst. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to lie. We all have that one fandom that we don't necessarily like. And that's okay. You're allowed to not like things. But just because you don't like it doesn't mean you have to sit there and say something, especially when people are in the elevator. Like, you could have just been like, after you stepped out of the elevator, maybe said something, or just not said anything at all. And would that have been really difficult to not say
Here's
anything?
an idea.
No.
Will your day be better if you don't say that negative thing and instead you say a positive thing?
Probably.
I want to try to get as many people as possible here. Our friend from Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
I like that.
No, I mean,
no,
that
that's
takes
like-
our
that's
job
legit,
away,
but
but
yeah.
you know what? We'll come back and talk about
Outsourcing.
something else. You in the front.
marketing differences towards a lot of adult gamers and things like that. But aside from gaming, just in general, there's a lot of segregation gender-wise for like children and children's toys. And I think a good conversation to have with a lot of children who play video games is just to nip that idea in the bud right away. And
Yeah.
because a lot of ideas that you grow up with, you know, start when you're a child, and it's really hard to notice like that idea might be wrong when you're growing up.
Yeah.
Like, girls don't get Legos,
Yeah,
we get
I was
Duplos.
just about
Did
to
you
say
guys-
that.
With Legos and waffle blocks, I don't hear
Did you
it.
guys see the Nerf guns being marketed towards girls? The Rebel
The Rebels.
Bell spell in? Or pink and purple?
Oh.
Yeah.
I really like pink, so I was actually kind of excited. I'm like, yeah, it comes in a color I like.
We know you like pink.
I really love it.
And that's okay. She's on a watch list somewhere, probably.
Oh, that's. Oh, that's so discouraging.
That's heartbreaking,
Yeah.
honestly.
I'm really sad now.
Wow.
You say this was your little sister? Hey, kudos to you though for being an awesome older brother.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, we are nearing the end of our time together. I don't know about you, but I feel really positive about the way that we are headed. I mean, yeah, we've had a really terrible year, 2014 with Gamergate and all that, but then seeing events like MAGFest, I don't know, I get the warm fuzzies. Do y'all have the warm fuzzies? Do we feel better?
I have a warm fuzzy.
Feel the warmth.
Also, if you had something you really wanted to say, feel free to come up to us.
Yeah.
We'll hang out outside
Yeah.
for a while. We love to have conversations with people. We love meeting new people. We're really happy that you all came out and spent this hour with us. And if you don't have time to hang out and talk now, catch us on Facebook, facebook.com/fandames, fandames. And we'd love to have conversations about this. We do this panel at other events, and everything that we learn just helps us spread the conversation, have better conversations in the future. So please don't hesitate to stop and talk to us. We like people.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, can we get James? James, get a picture of us.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
You are on the ball.
She knows what's up.
Yeah, that guy. I like that guy.
We need you to know that there's just chairs to get up here.
There's not stairs. There's no way else.
This is where all the electrical stuff is, so I'm gonna sit right here with it.
And hope.
And hope.
And hope.
And hope. And hope. Oh, are these mints?
Hopes and dreams. And nothing but.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then whenever he gets up here, he can bring that chair with him.
After he steps on it, though.
After he steps on it.
I didn't step on it to get up here.
Well, sorry. Thank you.
I don't know if I like these mints or not.
Oh no, I don't want
I still have to spend my coins. I'll be back.
JK, LOL. To the dealer's room. Have this mint.
Oh, you're so sweet.
They're right there.
to. Not sweet.
No, it is sweet.
No, wait, they're
He
not.
doesn't like them.
You're such a jerk.
You're the one throwing things at people. Gosh.
That's your chair.
Please don't throw balls at my face.
You can sit right here. Don't fall off this.
I'm not really into balls in my face.
Michael, don't fall.
Yeah. Do I need to scoot over more?
Yeah, do we?
I don't want to stick my closest down.
Oh god, really too much.
Wampa.
We'll start in a bit. Street pass.
Street pass.
Street pass! Also, should we make everybody get closer?
Hey, yeah, if you guys
Yeah.
want to come down and hang out, we don't smell bad.
We're awesome.
Our don't. We're not your mom.
Whatever.
I'm your mom. I own you.
But it is easier to have a conversation with you guys if you are closer
Yeah.
to us.
It's
See?
like, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, him.
Come on, yeah. Do the thing. I'm gonna eat this mint anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, because we can't promise that we'll actually use the
I
microphones.
think it's a shame.
This is really technical.
How do?
You're being picked up now, though.
Yeah.
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 We know.
Oh yeah, I see what you did there.
Talk about that kind of behavior.
Are we? Are we gonna discuss that? It's like my Wamba's hungover and can't handle life right now.
Did anyone attend our panel last year? Yeah, hey dude, what's up?
Hey! We're back.
Yeah.
And you're back. That's awesome.
Who let us be back? Is everyone having an awesome mag? Yeah?
Everyone's like, I'm too tired from last night
Is
to actually
everyone
answer that.
super hungover?
Woo!
Is that a Gamer Cat cover on you with the hair? Yes! I love Gamer Cat. That makes me happy. Is anybody not having a good MAGFest?
Oh, why? Is it because it's almost over?
Yeah, sure.
The only bad thing about MAG is that it ends, right? Yeah.
It ends so that we can do it again next year.
So we can recover for
Yeah,
next
so we
year.
can recover. We can recover for next year, and then we have things to look forward to, and that's exciting.
Yes. Did anyone make new friends? Yeah.
We'll be your friends if you didn't make any new ones. So therefore, you all made new friends.
I like friends.
She lies.
You can help us move.
I hate every. Yeah, you can help us move.
You own a truck.
Do I need to?
Don't leave us. Why are you leaving?
That's cool. We didn't need them.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Bye.
Whatever. I'm not hurt.
I am.
They got their street passes. They're good to go. Did anyone go to the street pass panel yesterday? Was it awesome? I wanted to go and I was drunk. Real talk.
that happened.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I got street passes.
Yeah, you
I
do.
saw the sign, like their advertisement, like where you could take a bus from DC to New York City and like street pass the whole way. Like that sounded brilliant to me.
How often does this bus run?
It's just like it's doing it in March.
I don't think I'm doing anything in March. Would you like for me to take one for the team?
Yeah, maybe.
Can I just take like everybody's DSs and just yeah. I will.
I feel like you would have overload. Okay.
No, I'm just gonna have a suit. I'm just gonna have a suitcase just for everybody's DSs. It's gonna be a thing, y'all. Get on that, and I will do it. I will take that for the team.
It's such a hard bullet to take.
Yes, thank you.
Someone's got to do it.
Did anyone go to any of the concerts? Were they rocking?
They beat the first Metro in 45 minutes.
What? That's not possible.
It was crazy.
I call shenanigans.
Hacks.
I really feel like there were some, steroid use perhaps. We need to do some testing and gaming.
Can I ask that? Yes. Can I ask who's greeting this is?
Yes.
Okay, so I just got a street pass. It's from somebody in a green shirt with a panda hat that says "shower, please." And oh my God, you are just getting cooler and cooler by the minute. Like seriously, let's be friends. I don't know you, but let's be friends. And that
Wait,
don't go yet.
So this is us just sitting here until we actually have to start because it would be really weird if we started early, I guess, maybe.
Who's
I have to finish street passing.
We have like 3 minutes.
Let the man
losing my
talk.
voice. Who drove the furthest to get here today?
I think we have to
Is
establish.
there anyone further out than South Carolina?
So we think in terms of Southern because we're all Southerners here.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Canada.
I think you win. You win.
No wonder you're having
Wow,
a bad time.
Mom.
Oh.
Going from
Where
Canada
in
to the US.
Canada? West.
Is it true that people in Canada are super polite?
I was gonna say he's kind of. I was gonna say he's being really modest about it too. Like we
so
try.
modest too. I bet
try.
events in Canada are awesome. To be like, no, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but you're really pretty. No, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that might be a stereotype.
Yeah, we're
Anyway.
bad people.
Probably a stereotype.
It's a positive stereotype.
There are worse things.
Oh, okay. Here's another one. Apparently now we have Cookie Tush. Nice.
I enjoy it when I street pass people from Anguilla because they didn't want to set up their system, so they just picked the first country alphabetically. Yeah.
Let's see. Oatmeal butt. Can I be like oatmeal butt?
It's my voice.
Okay, let's go ahead and kick this off. I'm done.
Okay.
So hey guys, welcome. This is the girls. Hey, this is the Girls in Geekdom panel. We ran this panel last year. Hey Hannah, what's up?
Hey.
We ran this panel last year as an organization called the Carolina D20 Girls. We are no longer the Carolina D20 Girls, but that is fine. We are now an organization called the Fan Dames Initiative. Well, some of us are. We'll get to that. And basically, the whole mission behind the Fan Dames Initiative is that we want to provide a positive, safe space for women in the geek and nerd communities. And we do this in a variety of different ways. We come to events like this and conventions and run panels. We've run costume contests at different conventions. We like to make people feel really good. And we volunteer at events and yeah, stuff like that.
We do the thing.
We do the thing. So let's start down at that end and do some introductions real quick.
Hi, Hi, I'm Ashley. I go by Smash Cosplay. For my Muggle job, I do graphic design and marketing for a school photography company. And then my Geekdome, I guess? Yeah. Where do I start? I play a lot of JRPGs mostly. I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy and big fan of Harry Potter, you know. Really big fan of Korean pop music. Anyone like K-pop? I also like to do dance covers of K-pop because it's really fun.
Yeah.
And that's it, I guess.
There you go. I'm Scotty. I go by Shiny Cupcake on the internet. For my Muggle job, I'm a flight attendant. Your nearest exit may be behind you. And I actually, one of my favorite things about my job is the fact that I take my DS with me and I get street passes everywhere. Like, I'm sitting there on the plane checking my street passes and I'm like, oh, that must be that person sitting in like 24 Delta. Like, then I go up to them and I'm like, hey, what you playing?
Stalker.
Now please turn off your electronics.
Leave them on. As far as my fandoms go, I like a lot of anime. A hardcore Sailor Moon nerd. I do Harry Potter. Yeah!
Always.
I really love Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Pokemon. I really like Pokemon. And Animal Crossing.
Oh, Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that Animal Crossing. Oh my God. I haven't checked on my village in forever, and I'm pretty sure that they've all like
Died. Yeah.
Well, I figured that they've probably like revolted and like are trying to kill me, break into the mayor's house kind
It's
of
like
thing.
Lord of the Flies in that thing right now.
It probably is, and Piggy is dead. Spoiler alert! I am so sorry, y'all.
All right. I'm Katie. I go by Defensively Verse. I'm a fan name. Yes, I am. I am a student and I play lacrosse, so I don't have time for a Muggle job.
Oh no, you walk dogs.
I walk dogs. It's very, very enthralling.
She's a student.
I guess my biggest fandom would be Harry Potter, as I have a tattoo, and I enjoy anime, video games, obviously Borderlands, kind of my thing. So, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Cheeky. I am the Central North Carolina manager for the Fan Dames Initiative, and my Muggle job, I'm a photographer. My biggest thing, I've been doing conventions and nerd-y events since...
Nerd.
For 13 years. We'll leave it there. Don't math. And my biggest fandoms are Fallout. I also really enjoy Disney Magical Worlds on the 3DS. And I might be the only person that I've come into in street passing that's actually playing that right now. Yay! So I'm a big Disney nerd, and I really like Mario Kart like more than a lot right now.
Yeah.
I am into other things, but really just Fallout.
She has a shrine.
I do.
It's in our dining room.
I'm Michael. Can everyone hear me, by the way? Okay, good. I'm Michael. I go by Stripe 2002 on the internet. My fandoms include my Muggle job. I'm a cook at the moment, and my Muggle. No, I already said that. My fandom. There we go. Is it's video games, anime. I'm really into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I could talk to you about that all day.
You can.
It happens.
And also tabletop gaming, particularly Pathfinder. So if anybody goes on the forums on the Paizo website. I'm Stripe 2002 on there. I'm the guy that has a Rain Man knowledge of of rules and rule clarifications and stuff like that. I could argue for days about it. Other than that,
He's the token male.
yes, I'll be on stage representing 49% of the world's population today. So I just went over and I speak for the whole lot of them.
That's why there's one of you, right?
Yes.
So last year we did do this panel, and it was just a whole panel of females. And some of the feedback that we got was, why all ladies? So this is Michael. He's great.
I feel like that wrestler that represents whatever country the U.S. is fighting with. That like I just walk on stage as like in my Soviet Russia.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this like really knee deep. Ladies, I would like to, and gentlemen, sorry, this is going to take a lot of getting used to. Let's go ahead and pose this question. Let's hop right into the negative. What is your worst experience that you've ever had as a female in the geek community?
Oh, no, that's totally, but no, okay. I guess I'm going first with this. I have a feeling that my stories are going to be a little bit different. I'm kind of the magical unicorn in the stories. Most of the negative stuff that I've had happen to me has actually been from other females. There's a lot of girl-on-girl crime out there, and I've gotten a lot of feedback. I'm a cosplayer too, by the way. I get a lot of feedback like on costumes. I get a lot of feedback from other girls like, well, you can't play games. They're like, that's what boys do. Oddly enough, I've never really had an issue with guys coming down on me. It's almost always been exclusively female hate that I've received.
I've been doing the whole event like convention scene since. I keep saying that like I'm going to actually say my age. I'm not going to.
Just do it.
It's not going to happen. No.
I've been attending cons since I was 13 years old, and I'm 26.
Yeah! I don't know what we're talking about.
You did it.
No chins at the same time.
My superpower is to have all the chins and no chins at the same time. Anyway, my worst thing, though, I do a myriad of different kind of events. I do go to a lot of anime conventions because that's where I got my start, and I hold a big like place in my heart for them, even though I feel old and drunk, too old and drunk. However, I think my worst experience has always been in a comic setting. I really enjoy reading comics, and I have a subscription at my local comic store, and I was in there one day and just picking up my subscription, and this guy looked at me, and he's like, "Are you just here to research for your next cosplay?" Well, yeah, but can I also read the books and pick up my subscription? Maybe? No. And he's like, "Girls like you are the reason that this whole fandom's just going to HE double hockey sticks." I'm going to say that instead of hell. Whoops.
You did real good on that.
And luckily, the comic book store owner was really cool, and he just looked at the guy and he was like, "By the way, she subscribes to more books than you." So yeah, I think that's the.
You guys are the worst.
I think that's my worst experience is in the comic realm, with dealing with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like me to go next?
Well, mine's really short. So I think I might be like the minority. I personally haven't really received anything personally. I've heard a lot of things, but I think it's because I don't exactly branch out. Like the video games that I play, they're just me and the game. Like it's not online. Yeah. So
Get closer to that mic.
Oh, sorry. So most of the games that I play, it's just me in the game. I'm not playing against anyone else because they're all like Final Fantasy and whatnot. But I don't know. I I've heard a lot of things, and that upsets me. But I personally haven't actually. It's nothing that I know of.
That's good. That
I'm
means
sure.
There's hope.
I know. Yeah, there seems hope. I don't know.
All right, so I am probably the youngest at this table.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I am the youngest, okay. And I've been doing this a lot less, but I have tons of stories, and that's terribly sad to say, but one of my most recent ones is probably my favorite one.
And it happened at a comic convention.
It did. My friend and I were cosplaying as Amikami Supergirl version 2, and she was dressed as Power Girl. And we were walking around, and it was like a decent day outside. We walk inside the dealer's room, and this guy goes, "You look cold." I'm like, "No, actually, it's quite pleasant outside. Thank you." And he goes, "Oh, well, something about him being attractive or something like that." And I was like, and he was like, "That's not a no." My friend turned to him and goes, "She just doesn't want to lie to a stranger." So, or tell a stranger he's lying. It's ridiculous how much. You shouldn't say that to people. Don't look someone up and down and then be like, "You look cold."
It seems very passive aggressive.
Yes. If you're gonna say something, say something.
Especially in that smarmy tone.
Yes.
So, Michael, have you had any experiences negatively?
No, but I have witnessed them myself. Like, nothing ever done to me, obviously. Well,
See, there's a problem. You said obviously.
Obviously, like I'm never going to be a victim, man. Whenever I hear, because everyone here Facebook's more than likely the majority of people in here Facebook, and I know that everyone's timelines are probably blowing up with stories. Speak up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've lost my voice from yesterday. I'm trying to. Can everyone hear me?
Close.
Okay, there we go. The everyone's timeline, if you're like mine, if your timeline's like mine, is blowing up with stories about the Gamergate stuff and just people, like women in our community being mistreated just for liking what we like. And when I read stuff like that, in the back of my head, I'm laughing a little bit, not at their pain or their suffering, but because it's like I'm reading fiction, because it's like there's no way on earth that there are men out there like that. Like none of my friends are that way. Like these guys that behave this way, they come off as cartoon characters. Like, so I think that it's meant for entertaining. And then, but that's obviously I'm not stupid. Then reality sets in. I'm like, oh, okay, well this must really suck. So I've experienced this stuff merely as a witness, but it's enough to I get contact embarrassment, if anyone understands what that means. Like I'll watch someone get hurt in some way or humiliated, and I have to go hide in the next room for a while because I sympathize with them, or empathize, I guess, really. And it's the same situation when I read articles like this. So I guess that's why I'm up here. So because I can talk about this stuff.
So moving on from that, I know Ashley touched on talking about gaming, and you primarily solo game. I am very similar in that I don't like to share my gaming world with anyone else. I will not MMO with you. You cannot touch my stuff. But I would like to raise this because I know that we have online gamed in the past, and one of our good friends that we do this panel with, she is a huge WoW player, and she always raised this particular discussion point. She gets a lot of stuff because she's a lady. Do you ever have issues in real life or in gaming where you get preferential treatment based on your gender?
Why is everyone looking at me?
You're on the end. You sat on the end.
Yeah, I guess it's true. I've definitely, if we're at a bar, someone will definitely offer to buy a drink, usually if we're in costume. That's definitely something that happens. I've had people offer to buy me tickets to conventions, too, because they really like my cosplay. Yeah, yeah.
It just sounds really creepy.
It does, doesn't it? It's a little. It makes me a little nervous. That's why I actually keep my my muggle self and my cosplay self very separate because it makes me really nervous that someone might find like where I live or anything like that.
Creepy people.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I used to online game. This was back in the day, and this was it's probably the lamest online game ever. And it still exists, and it's called Tibia. And the graphics have not been updated ever. It is a 16-bit game. Like your character walks like this, and I loved that game so much. I probably failed biology because of that game. Because I never I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I have to go kill giant spiders. This is important. And my character on there, yes, it was a female character, and I was young and innocent, and naive, and I was like, yeah, I'm totally female. That's cool. And it got to a point where I would have all of the male characters, like they would start to follow me and be like, hey, 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 come hunt with me. Hey, 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 talk to me. Hey. Anyway, that's exactly what it felt like. Be like, hey, I got you this fire sword. And I'm not gonna lie, that was really cool. I really wanted a fire sword. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna accept this. Please don't tell me that it comes with, terms of agreement, like if you give me this fire sword, I have to do something in return for you because I'm not into.
We're married in some countries.
Oh yeah, no. That actually happened too. It was like, I'm gonna give you this, and when you get to level 18, we're gonna get married. I'm not making that up. It was really weird.
Can I have an invite to your wedding?
Yeah, actually, we actually did end up getting married in the game later. But I took my time getting to level 18. I was like, I'm gonna go kill some rats now. That's gonna.
So you're saying that you accepted those terms of the agreement?
I eventually, yes, gave in. It was for the good of the guild.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was necessary. We were the
Game of Thrones.
Well, we were the Knights Who Say Knee. That was our guild. Monty Python nerd too.
So I would like to raise this question. Do you think that gender matters in online gaming? Do you think that women should always play women and men should always play men, or play whoever you'd like, or should? I would like to know.
I think that. Oh, am I answering this?
I'd like to point out that I really enjoy that Square Enix took that option away for anyone that ever wanted to play a Mithra character in FF11, because they were all female, and you had to play a female if you were a guy and you wanted to play that race. So no, I don't think that you necessarily have to do that, and I know lots of people that don't. So.
I was gonna say, for a lot of games, I have no issues playing as a male character. I don't really think of it as being like a gender thing. I'm just like, oh, cool, this is the thing, and all I can see is this hand, so it's not really there. But at the same time, I'm a girly girl, and I like female characters, and sometimes they get these really cool outfits, like this level 90 armor that's really just a dress, but that is a really pretty dress, and I want my character to be able to wear that. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably the worst gamer ever, because that's how my logic works. It's like, oh, this does nothing, but it's pretty, so I'm gonna wear it.
Yeah. Guilty.
But to some character designer, you're their favorite gamer ever.
I just like pretty things.
It's okay if you like that. I think the point of this whole thing is that a woman should have the option of being able to do that because they like it, not necessarily having to do it because they're a lady.
But does that make you less of a gamer because you are gaming for the appearance that your character may have in the future?
I don't think that I'm playing a game. It's a game. It's I don't think that there's levels of you have to do this, 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 and this, and then it counts. You're actually gaming only after you've done all this. No, I'm still gaming.
By the way, I'm acting as the instigator tonight. Sorry.
Not everyone can be MLG. Sorry.
All right.
We have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, yeah.
No, this is absolutely a forum.
Go ahead.
And if anyone wants to chime in with something, they're more than welcome to.
It's a good point.
That's a good point. That right there.
For those who didn't hear him, basically the whole point of. I'm bad at like paraphrasing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's escapism. So why does it
Because
yeah,
by that
matter?
logic, no one would play an elf. No one would play a dwarf.
I'm an elf. I'm a dwarf.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
Although I know people that have joined games like RuneScape just to sit outside and sell things. So
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. Do you get preferential treatment, however, sir?
I'll usually play, like, I'll pick fem chef over male chef. I'll play, I have a female character in Skyrim, I have a female character in Fallout. I love the new Tomb Raider game.
Preach.
So good.
Preach. Preach. Okay.
he loves Laura.
I like to see badass female characters in video games.
Yeah.
Many years I played World of Warcraft, I love female characters for the preference.
I mean,
You know, that's fair.
One, one of,
If we've built a culture where women get nice things based on having something different in their pants, use it.
I am an advocate of taking everything you can and turning it girly as possible. So one of my favorite stories from our friend that plays WoW, she's like, I don't speak in a guild until I have to, but after I speak, gifts start flowing. And who is she gonna say? Like, who is she to say no?
as long as they don't come with a marriage contract.
As long as they don't come with a marriage contract.
Yes. I hear you. See,
Yeah.
that's
Love
another
it.
situation where, like I was talking about earlier, like that guy seems fictional to me because like who talks that way to somebody? Okay.
Well, you also have the
Nominee.
Yeah.
You know, the internet is that really great like place where you know no one knows and can't see your face, so you can be a total tool, right? You know.
Has anyone heard of the John Gabriel Greater Internet Fuckwad theory? It was started on Penny Arcade, a webcomic if you're not familiar, and basically, he just made a comic about this, and then there are universities that are actually using this in their gaming programs to explain this sort of behavior. I believe the equation is open forum plus attentive audience plus anonymity equals total fuckwad. And
True.
that's what causes that stuff.
Well, it's like when you have that moment, all of a sudden you're the invisible man and you can rob banks. And just because you shouldn't rob banks doesn't mean that you're not going to, because who's going to stop you? Who's going to catch you? So you're going, you give in to impulse. It's the ultimate devil on your shoulder.
Yes.
Heal
Like, no.
yourself.
Like, hold up. Don't tell me what to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're not wrong. And that sort of attitude is also ingrained in developer when they're like developing games and stuff. For instance, fighting games. Think about all the female characters in fighting games and what their niche in the game is. Super fast, super spry, super agile, not power hitters.
Super well endowed, typically.
Okay, well,
And their skirts fly up magically, and they only need armor on their boobs.
Yes.
Vitals, man.
Vitals.
Protect the vitals.
My favorite story about this is a couple years ago, I gave a few different MMOs a try, and of course I'm like, I want to play a female character, I want to be girly, but I really want to hold a big warhammer.
That's me. That's
So
me.
I always end up picking these characters that are not supposed to be tanks, and I make them tanks, and it ends up being really bad for me, but I prefer to hit things with a big hammer.
I've definitely done the same thing before. Like Final Fantasy X, I made Yuna like hit, she went into the warrior side, and when she hit, it was 9,999. I was like, yes.
No, I was gonna say I do the same thing. I played Neverwinter Nights, and I always have like these little half elves, and they're so cute and dainty. And I'm like, and you need this really awesome double-bladed sword that looks cool and isn't very effective.
See, I think that's the reason that I'm drawn to Fallout more, because I can't find a single way to make my character girly, but I can make things blow up.
Priorities.
Yes. So I would like to move on from this because we've gotten some really great discussion about gender in online gaming. I would like to move this back to the convention and festival environment. Particularly this event. I know that some things have happened at events all around the country, but we heard some really interesting, whether or not they're true, we don't know, but we heard some really interesting stories that make me really love the policies here at this event, the harassment policies in general. And I know that that's a hot button topic right now at most conventions and festivals and different events of the importance of harassment policies. But hey, Scotty, you want to tell some stories that we heard?
Do you want to from this weekend? Why am I being delegated as the storyteller?
Because you're a really good storyteller.
I am not a really good storyteller. I get excited and then go off on tangents. Yeah, no, I am. Squirrels? Let's see. Well, one of the things that we read on the internet was the guy that was
Which may or may not be true, internet.
Because it's the internet. It's the internet, so it's automatically true, y'all. That's a thing.
That's a thing.
I'm giving my serious look. You know I'm being serious. Yeah, we were reading on the internet about how like this one guy was like running around like taking upskirts of women, and some other dude, you know, kind of stepped in and was like, "Rawr!" and Hulk smashed the guy's camera. And apparently he got taken away in handcuffs. So again, whether or not this is true, because
not the guy that smashed the camera.
Yeah.
The guy taking the upskirts.
Yeah. And he had something like 200.
Right?
Yeah, like
Go MAGFest!
Go MAGFest! Kudos to them. MAGFest, not the guy.
Yeah.
Not the upskirt guy. And he had like, it was like 200 pictures.
Supposedly.
First of all, I'm amazed that there's 200 pictures.
Supposedly.
Yeah, that he was able to get.
internet.
Like,
internet. But
in one day.
In one day.
In one
like
day's work.
that's actually, I'm not gonna lie, like there's this part of me that really is horribly disgusted by it, but yet at the same time a little bit amazed. Like, how did you do that? That's a lot of pictures
that is
of
some
skirts.
photography
And
ninja-nism.
not
to
getting
get.
caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I that is one of the things that, like, you know, you hear about events like harassment policies, but hearing them being actually enacted is another thing. And I just want to give like a giant kudos to MAGFest for making me feel like super safe to wear skirts. Yeah.
Kudos MAGFest. I don't know if MAGFest can hear us giving them kudos, but
If you can hear us.
if you feel us. Maybe
So
not
talking
feel.
on like another policy, PAX is going on this weekend as well, and they have a really interesting policy, particularly that affects their vendors. They cannot have booth babes whatsoever. If you have a booth there at PAX advertising anything, if you have women working your booth, they have to be wearing something equivalent to what a male working your booth would wear. And your favorite person.
Okay, so I have a very unpopular opinion that most of my community, the cosplay community, does not share, and the fact that I kind of really love Jessica Nigri. And that's a very hot button topic as well. And
Hot, yeah.
It tends to split away.
I love her, but a couple years ago, she was basically the face for
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yes, and she
By
was
the way, if
wearing-
anyone doesn't know, Jessica Negri is a famous cosplayer.
Yes.
Okay.
Internet, look her up.
Yes.
So she was wearing one of the alternate outfits that you could get in the game, which is a little bit scandalous. It was plunging, but she was all
But completely accurate to the game design.
yes, and she was all covered up, and they kicked her out. They kicked her out wearing that outfit, and they later kicked her out wearing the outfit, like the original outfit from the game.
No.
And that is a very still debated topic. So what do you panelists think about that decision on PAX's?
Personally, I think if their policy is that women have to be dressed the same way that their male colleagues would be dressed as, I would take that as an opportunity to turn some heads and put all those guys in bikinis.
Yes, please.
Oh, I want to see that.
Mankinis?
Mankinis. Hey, it's already a thing, by the way.
Oh, I honestly if you want to have, I'm probably gonna get myself really in trouble for this. If you want to have booth babes, that's cool. I'm okay with that. Put your men in some armor. I want to see that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, real?
Yeah, MAGFest is awesome.
Wow.
The confidence that alcohol brings out in us. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to imagine too that PAX just didn't kick her out, like immediately. I'm sure they gave her the option. Like, you should probably put some clothes on. Like that's
Yeah.
okay. I can't say that for certain, but I'm imagining any conversation between adults would go like, and she must have said no.
Well,
See-
okay. Actually, what happened is they asked her to go change. They gave her the option to change or be kicked out, and she went to go change, and she did return to the booth.
Oh, you let us on.
Well,
Okay.
she got kicked out of the dealer's room for wearing that outfit, and she was asked to change.
See, here's my problem. I don't want to blame the woman for wearing the outfit. I want to blame the game designers for designing the outfit that way.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like it, don't design it that way, because someone's going to cosplay it. Someone cosplays everything. So I would like us to get off of that blaming the person wearing the outfit and start blaming the people designing the outfits. I love the outfits. I don't care if you wear them. Fantastic. Boobs for everyone.
I don't.
But it should be your choice.
But it should be your choice, obviously. What?
It's like the Oprah of boobs. Like, you get
You
boobs.
get boobs. You get boobs.
Everybody gets boobs.
Look under your chairs.
Look under your chair.
To the Ninja Turtle in the back. Boobs for the Ninja Turtle.
Welcome.
Same.
Isn't it magical? That's what I was saying earlier, man. Comic events are the worst about it. And have you read the articles? I don't know the particular comic artist, but he was saying that cosplayers in general ruin comic conventions, period.
I read that.
I don't remember his name. I don't want to remember his name because he sounds like a tool.
I read that article.
Yeah, I did too.
We buy badges. We buy lots of merch. We're still here having fun, enjoying the same things you do. We're just wearing different clothes.
And
Problem?
Honestly, if a girl or guy can figure out how to engineer an outfit that has literally little to no fabric, power to them, because that's amazing. That's magic.
You said Calgary,
Abs
right?
for everyone.
I'm on that. That's gonna happen.
Layovers in Calgary, y'all.
So great. We touched on harassment policies. We love MAGFest's harassment policy. Absolutely fantastic, and we wooed for them. So let me have talk about other things, and I will pull it up for you.
I was gonna say, are we?
So let me get them started with another story. What are some stereotypes that you see that women are labeled as if they're in the geek community? I'll pull up that harassment policy while they talk.
Is this where I get to reenact last year?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I love this. So, no, I actually really love this point. There's this beautiful, beautiful little kind of comic meme thing out there, and it shows this is not a gamer girl. And then it shows this girl who looks like she hasn't slept in 3 days or washed her hair, and she's like, that's a gamer girl. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like when I got Pokemon X, I didn't go to sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm on like my last gym. It's the first day, yeah. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, like that was totally me on the screen. But why is it that you can't, like if you're pretty or you look nice or you bite your DS, which I really don't recommend. I've done this 2 years in a row now and it's got no nutritional value. Yeah. Why is it that all of a sudden, like if you are, you know, presentable or sociable or anything, like all of a sudden you're less of a nerd? I mean, that's a genuine question. Why is that?
And the whole concept of
So
less
there's
of
like,
a nerd.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No, I believe that. I believe that.
Right. And actually, it's also that is a weird behavior for us to even want to have, like, when it comes to like, oh, you're less of a nerd, blah blah blah. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, obviously, but if anyone is as nerdy as I was, I'm sure growing up, you got excluded from a lot of things socially, and you got, you know, there was an elitist, you know. Being kid's hard. Being in school is hard, and getting like not picked for sports and stuff like that. It sucks. So I feel like the last thing we should be doing is behaving the exact way that people that treated us that way growing up did. So
I think part of the reason that happens, though, oddly enough, is you get very protective of your culture, and all of a sudden you keep hearing these phrases like geek chic, and all of a sudden being geeky is cool, and everybody's doing it, and everybody's, you know, walking around with their Marvel t-shirts, and all of a sudden you have people being like, well, you're not a real fan because you've never read the comics, or you don't know this, and this. And again, like, in some way I understand, because you don't want people that are just jumping in because it's the cool thing to do, because it's something that you're really passionate about and you love, but at the same time, it's also a good experience, you know, make some new friends, be like, oh yeah, you're totally into that. Well, have you heard about this? Have you done this? Like, we need to stop taking things in a, I guess, elitist,
gatekeeping.
Own it.
Gatekeeping.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is, like, I started in the anime community and I branched out to comics and everything because these lovely ladies were here to be like, hey, have you read this? This is a really awesome comic. Have you played this video game? Have you done this? It's awesome. It's way you make friends. Don't push people away from you.
Are you gonna cry?
Would you like to bite my DS? Yeah.